Hey there, my fellow bankers. I would like to thank you guys for tuning in to another deposit here at Banking with Benny podcast. And today's topic, briefly if you will, we will discuss the concept of are you happy? And I know it's been a while since we cut the camera on and have been going live from the Bank with Benny podcast and, being consistent in regards to the content that we put out. And we are doing a little bit of revamping, if you want, and just looking at certain things and trying to get certain things in order before beginning, before going forward. And I know that we have taken the route before to talk about some of the things, in the business world, the entrepreneurial world, in the finance world, and so forth and so on. But like I said, this particular direction that we're going, we're not trying to tell you guys how to get rich. This is not the theme of Bank with Benny. This is not the theme of that. We're not trying to get you guys to jump on board or sign on board to say, hey, we got all of the answers and this is how you want to financially succeed, or this is how you're going to financially get ahead. This is not our approach. We don't claim to be financial gurus or people who are experts in the economical field. That's not the purpose of the Bank with Benny podcast. And with that being said, we also believe that if a person think that something outside of themselves, something material or materialistic or anything like that, or monetary gain is the only means of achieving richness or being rich, so to speak, then this particular talk isn't for you. And this particular podcast isn't for you, because that's not what we are promoting here. All right? We promote the concept that belief and how you think, the mindset that you have, is what's important. Most people don't put a lot of stock into the way they think. If you consider yourself to be a nobody, if you consider yourself to be insignificant, if you consider yourself to be worthless, then projecting that onto yourself is normally how you're going to turn out. But if you was to flip that and to think of yourself better and to think of yourself in a more positive light, and just like they tell us to, and we have all of the answers in regards to how to eat healthy, to work out, and do all of these different things. So if they tell us how to be more healthier in terms of what we eat and how we get our bodies put together. Okay. Just the same thing here with your mind. If you have a healthier mindset, and understanding that is going to take two key components, that there is a relationship between the brain and the heart, and that the brain cannot and will not achieve a healthy state unless the heart is healthy. And that if the heart is healthy, that's the only way that the mind will achieve a healthy state. So how do we're not talking about the physical heart here, but how do you make the heart become healthy? What are some of the things that you're supposed to do? Like, we know if we go to the gym, We know what we're supposed to do. We know if we want to get on a regimen, a certain thing, the way that we want to eat, routines, certain things that we're supposed to eliminate. Well, similarly, that's the same thing with your mindset. It's the same thing with your heart. All right? If you got a clean heart, you can have a clean perspective, a better look and outlook on life. And so that's why today we want to talk about, are you genuinely happy? Okay? Are you happy? Most people go throughout life not being happy. And when I ask that, this is a rhetorical question. Are you happy within yourself? I'm not talking about no outside influence, not nothing material, not something that you possess, not someone that you're with, or something, that you see or desire brings about this happiness or this, this pleasure for you. No, I'm talking about, are you inside yourself right now happy? Your state of being happy. And is it possible to achieve happiness within more so on the outside? And if the answer to that is that you're not happy and that you believe that outside influences, what you possess, material things and people that you're with or the company that you keep, all contribute in terms to whether or not you're going to be happy, then that's something that you need to reevaluate. Because I'm here to tell you that you can be happy from within. And if you allow yourself to cut off all distractions and to detach yourself from all of these things that you connect yourself with, you will find that you will be more happy in a more state, that you'll be more happy within yourself if you are able to do that. 9 times out of 10, we find ourselves being affected by things that we associate ourselves with, are not just our line of thinking, but people that we come across, people that we are in relationships with, people that we are involved with. These individuals have a direct effect on how we feel about ourselves, about our moods. And it shouldn't normally be that way. It should be the opposite. We should feel good about ourselves, right? So I just think that if we start to focus more so on the heart and the communication that's constantly being done between the brain and the heart, and that if we focus on the inward projection of what makes us happy and detach ourselves from all of the distractions and all of the different things that we think we need in order to be happy, we can start having better, healthier mindsets, which in turns will give us a healthier perspective and a healthier approach towards life and towards anything, whether it's finance, whether it's chasing your dreams, whether it's trying to establish yourself, whether it's whatever you're trying to do. If you free up the heart in the mind, you're able to accomplish those things. And that's the point. We listen to everybody else. We look at everybody else's life or see what they got going on. And people dangle things in front of us and say, you see, look how successful I become. And we determine our worth and our value based on that. So if we're not making a certain amount of money, or if we're not having a certain amount of things, we don't possess what this person possesses, or if we're not wearing a certain style of clothing or a brand, or we're not happy within ourselves, and we feel as though we have failed. We haven't achieved or accomplished anything. And that's not true. That's far from the truth. That's very delusional to think like that, because that's being controlled by someone else's narrative, someone else's story, when you yourself shouldn't even have to feel that way. You should feel happy within yourself. You should tell yourself positive affirmations every day, and you should be more appreciative and thankful and grateful for what you have, right? So that you can, express that gratitude and you can find yourself being more happy. Just imagine that. Imagine your mood swing. Imagine things going more better for you just by exhaling and telling yourself, you know what, I'm not even going to get involved with what's going on over here, what she got going on, what he got going on over here. I'm going to focus pretty much totally on what I need to be having going on and what is my goals and what I want to accomplish, and you'll be able to do that. So in order to achieve this happiness, we talked about some of those different things. I just believe that focus is one of the main things, bedrock things that you're going to need. You're going to need focus, determination, discipline, consistency, obviously. But focus is where you want to hit at. You want to focus. You want to target a thing. And you want to start to project positive outlooks. Have a positive perspective. All right? Have a positive outlook on life. And you can achieve whatever you're trying to accomplish. Don't set yourself back, man. Don't set yourself back by believing that you have to look a certain way, you have to appear a certain way, you have to have certain things, and you have to be a certain way according to someone else's narrative, because what you're doing is giving them control over your life and over your happiness when you are the one who's in control pretty much of your happiness. And you might say, well, if I'm a religious guy, I would say that the Creator is more controlled over my happiness. Technically speaking, you might feel as though, okay, the Creator is this, the Creator is that, but the Creator gave us the abilities to have these emotions as far as happiness, sadness, and different things like that. Just as well as the Creator gave us the ability to recognize that if we push ourselves forward, and that if we do certain things, and that if we strive, we are able to achieve being happy. We're able to do that. And it's not like the Creator is going to come down and make you happy. No. The Creator himself gave you the necessary tools so that you can be happy. And some of those things, as we talked about before, is going to be gratitude. All right? Being thankful for the many blessings that the Creator has showered upon you. You know, taking advantage of those blessings. You know, recognizing them, reflecting on them. Okay, this is to bring about that. Showing your token of appreciation for those blessings, which is gratitude. You will achieve the state of being happy. Realizing that things that are temporary, that they are restrictive, that they're not everlasting, so you shouldn't put so much stock in those things. All right? If you was a person who's going to put any stock in anything, it would be in contentment and trying to reach that state. And many people of faith, if you want to say, religious people, a lot of them have missed the mark of achieving what is known as contentment. All right? A lot of them have missed that mark. Yeah, they hit you with all the rhetoric. I'm good. I got God, etc. And I believe my faith is here, and they hit you with all of that. But when you look at them individually, and you go down the line and look at their behavior and their actions, you see that there's something far off from there. There's a distance between actually what they're saying and what they're doing. All right, and how they're feeling. Okay, because if you truly was someone who was happy, you'll be someone who is thankful and appreciative of the blessings you have. You understand? You will be more of that, and it will show within your actions that that's how it is. All right, your mood wouldn't change because of what you possess and what you don't. All right, your mood won't change. I guarantee you. If you had 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 2 mil, 3 mil, or if you only had $5, right? Your mood would not change. Do you understand? Because that state of happiness here will be in the heart, and it's not due to what you possess. But the problem is we place so much stock on what we possess, and that's where our contentment is normally restricted to. And then we lose out on the true happiness. And then you wonder why the prophets and the messengers was able to achieve that happiness while possessing little from the material world. And you wonder how they accomplished this. It's no secret. It's no magic. It's no gimmick. There's no one sitting in front of you like we do in our age and our time period. I'm going to give you the laws of the universe. I'm going to give you the secret of success. and then I'm going to tell you this is how you're going to achieve it. It's none of that. It's just basic and simple. It's this. What are you content concerning? All right? Where's your priorities? What's your perspective? If you understand that you have blessings and that you have been favored from the Creator from the door, the fact that you have a soul, the fact that you breathe, the fact that you have all of these different things, and you recognize them and you take advantage of them and you utilize them in the right way, you will find that inward happiness that you need. All right? And if you take that same energy and you were to apply it to everything else, your finance, you will see it work for you there. Right? Your health, you will see it work for you there. Your love life, you will see it work for you there. Right? Your relationship as a father or as a brother or as a cousin or as an uncle or as a nephew, you will see it start to work for you in those areas because you understood the true definition or the true state of being of what's being happiness. It's an inward process that trickles outwardly. So I ask you again a rhetorical question. Are you happy? All right? And if your happiness is connected to something that you possess, someone you are with, something you're dealing with, something outside of yourself, then the answer is you're not happy. That is content, that is conditional and is restrictive to that. Because if that thing is no longer present, if that possession you no longer have, if this person you're no longer involved with, and so forth is not there, then your happiness will go out the door. Happiness shouldn't be connected to that. Then you're not. So how do we achieve an inward happiness? There are two things that we know that we can achieve inward happiness. That is gratitude and that is patience. That is gratitude and that is patience. See, if you have the gratitude and the token of appreciation by recognizing the favors that has been conferred upon you, things that you didn't do to deserve it in the first place, this will bring about that happiness. And then if you have the fortitude, because the patience is going to give you that fortitude, if you have the patience to deal with all of the different things that you don't have control of and what you do have control of, recognizing that there's limited control that you have in life, period, you're going to be able to achieve that bond of being happy. You understand? If you ever really look at it, the things that we need in life has already been provided for us. And those things have nothing to do with most things outwardly. It always has something to do with what's inside you. From your thought process, from your heart, from your belief, from your faith, from the knowledge that you actually acquired. Do you understand? So all of these things have something to do with an inward journey more so than an outward journey. And that's why we're going to take a different approach here with the Bank with Benny podcast. We're not speaking to you on no financial guru. I'm not here to tell you how to make $1 million. You understand? That's not the purpose of here. If you don't believe that you're already rich, then, like I said, this ain't the talk for you. Because I don't start from that I'm poor. I start from that I'm rich. If you want to talk about me being poor from possessions and worldly things, then I was born in this world with nothing. Then I'm poor from that. Then if you want to talk about me being poor, not understanding the things that I have and recognizing the favors or recognizing those blessings or not having the right type of knowledge and so forth like that, then I might be impoverished from a mental process. Do you understand? Then I might be poor from that avenue. And if you want to talk about me not having ethics or morals or having good character or being a person who is trustworthy, who is honorable and so forth like that, and if I lack in those things, then I'm poor from that angle. All right? But I believe that I am rich due to my faith, due to my belief, and due to the understanding that I have in regards to how life works and being happy in it. That's where I start from. You understand? So that means if I believe that I'm already rich, then everything else is it's like a bypass. It's my process that I have. And it don't change or affect the way that I behave. I'm not going to knock you over your head. I'm not going to feel some type of way because you might have more worldly possessions than I have or possess, or I'm not going to knock you over your head for what you possess. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make that be my determination. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is the same one who gave it to you is the same one who I'm going to turn to and ask, can he bless me and give it to me? And guess what? 9 times out of 10, he has. What you see other people possess and how they got there, that's their journey, that's their story, that's their narrative. But guess what you possess? Do you not possess the ability to believe in the same creator? Do you not possess the ability to have certain things and certain faculties and certain things that you have? Yes. Utilize those things. Take advantage of those things and watch what comes your way. And watch how it comes your way. Right? And that's the thing that, I would like to share, man. So stay tuned. We're going to try to be consistent with the podcast, put out there those thoughts. We will talk about certain things in the financial world in regards to discipline and consistency and certain things that you should set up. Because I do have a gripe with the world that we live in now. And everything pretty much seemed like a gimmick. Someone always trying to, tell you a scheme or leave out parts of different things. So they, for example, someone, you come across a YouTube or TikTok and someone say, well, if you get or acquire X, Y, and Z, you're able to acquire this property. And if you become into real estate, you're going to make a whole lot of money. Or someone come along and tell you if you have an LLC or if you incorporate yourself, you're going to have a whole lot of money. This is going to be at your fingertips. Or someone tell you they didn't tell you this or tell you that, but they don't give you the full story. They leave out the clickbait titles and all of that catchy phrase stuff, and they leave out one of the main things that you need to know to acquire those things, because there are steps and processes to get there. And there is no overnight success. I don't care what story you heard, but there is no overnight success. So they leave all of these things out and they make it sound fluffy and all of that. That's not what I want to do here with Bank with Benny. Bank with Benny, I want to give you the true, proper realize, because sometimes you can take more appreciation in knowing what's in front of you and how those steps are to be taken. Do you understand? And then by doing that, you will appreciate what you have gained, what you have acquired. Because 9 times out of 10, if you don't have the fortitude or the forbearance or the patience, and you don't have the time to study and to appreciate the struggle and everything that you'll do, the setbacks as a lesson, yes. Your failures are a lesson. Do you understand? Yes. You understand? All of those different things is going to help you on your journey. And if you ain't going to take that in consideration, then you're missing the whole entire process. Do you understand? You're missing the whole entire process. So I hope you guys was able to take some type of benefit from what we're talking about today and really ask yourself that question. Take some things during the day when you get up, some positive affirmations, okay? One of those things is have a positive outlook. Tell yourself that you can do whatever you want to do. And what I mean by that, not in the sense of you don't have to do certain things in order to acquire it, or that there's not rules or certain situations that, you can't just do whatever you want to do in terms of whether morally or in terms of whether legally and so forth. That's not what it means. What it means is that I have the ability, I have the fortitude and the drive, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to become whatever I need to become in order to succeed. That's what it means. All right? So you have that. Tell yourself that. Also tell yourself that you are a human being with limitations, but that you also know that you believe in the Creator, that He has provided you with certain things, and that you're going to take advantage of those certain things that He provided with you, such as your faculties. You're going to try to utilize them in the best way that you can and the service that you can. And that if you show appreciation for the things that were given to you to the proper source, which is the Creator Himself, that He will give you more. Do you understand? All right? And those negative things that you have, those negative thoughts that bombard us all, those doubts that we wake up with, those challenges and those hurdles that comes our way, and those defeats or setbacks that we have, we want to look at them more positive. Take an objective role. Don't look at them as, oh man, I can't get ahead because of this. Oh man, there's something else coming up. Oh man, it's like, can I get a break? It's like I'm never going to succeed. Don't look at it like that. What is it trying to teach me? What am I missing here? All right, what else do I need to do? I did it that way and I met with this, but what if I do it this way and what would happen? And trust me, when you start doing that, you're going to start feeling more good about yourself. Try to get more in tune with who you are here, do you understand, than what you are outside. All right? Think of it. You came in this world naked, no possession. You understand? But your faculties. You came in here with your heart, your faculties, what God gave you. You didn't come in this world with any of the possessions that you had. Do you understand? Besides what you naturally already have. So if that's the case, then try to work on that happiness here. Do that every day. Do that every day. All right? Don't get caught up in the hype. I don't care if you got the best body, you work out, you look good, you get the best grill, teeth, and you got the best car to ride. None of that matters because it does not guarantee you that you're going to be content. You have to be content within so that you appreciate little, which make you deserving of getting more. You understand? You appreciate little. You understand? You have patience with what you have. And you ain't trying to knock nobody over the head. I thank you guys for tuning in and banking with Benny. Stay tuned for the next deposit. Hopefully, if you have any questions and stuff like that, you can leave it. I'm going to share this with the Bank with Benny actual page, but I posted on the Maha page because we have to also understand that just because you're Muslim and just because you believe in Islam doesn't mean you can't do things in life. All right? There's a misconception among a lot of Muslims that they think that there's a separation between secular and their religious belief. And that's incorrect. A Muslim way of life, the deen covers all of that. From politics, from finance, from every single thing, it covers all of that. And those many different facets, we live our lives that are governed by the deen and in all those areas. And if you see a brother being an accountant, you see a brother being an entrepreneur, you see a brother being an apprentice or a person who's a carpenter or someone that it doesn't take away from his faith. Actually, it is his faith that governed him to do those things in the proper way. And if you see the brother behaving or wearing certain things that does not go outside the Sharia or the Islamic bounds, then it's okay. You understand? So this is why I share this with you guys. Benjamin B. Banks is an inner genius of my own self. That's what it is. Benjamin B. Banks. For a lot of people you ask, well, who is Benny Banks? I'm not quoting from no cafe. You see me putting quotes up and different things like that. Benjamin B. Banks is a form or expression of an inner genius of myself who left me a manual to sit and get myself together and to transform myself into what I believe is, and it's not outside of the Islamic Sharia. You understand? It's not this fanciful things. No. Wearing certain things are not impermissible in Islam, right? But if I tell myself that, look, if I think and I change the way that I think and I project myself differently, I can do that. I believe that every one of us have greatness inside of us. How? How are we not? Allah Jalla Wa'ala, is he not great? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make us and give us soul and give us different things? Where you think imagination come from? It come from the Creator, right? All of the different things you have. So if he's great and he's magnificent and he's things like that, what about his creation? Who recognizes those things? Do you understand? So that's where it's at. If you didn't get a chance, make sure you check out the Benny Banks book, which is the 10 Stack Commandments. Try to get your copy. We have PDF format, and we also have hard copies if you want. Make sure you check out that. Make sure you tune into the Bank with Benny podcast, and you'll get some jewels and some gems from that if you want to take a different approach. We do believe in dreams. Allah gave us all dreams, visions, and different things like that. You can be what you want to be, as long as it ain't something that's going to harm society, harm yourself, or it's something that goes against what the Creator has commanded for you to do. With that being said, I'll leave you guys to it. Thank you for banking with Benny.